Hi, welcome back to another video. I'm currently doing a voiceover at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to get in some editing before I go to bed. I have a big day tomorrow with a lot of homework, so I kind of wanted to do my voiceover tonight before doing math homework all day tomorrow. Not looking forward to it at all, but I'm glad to be back. Thank you all so much for your patience and support. I was really sick last week, and I'm glad I finally have a voice back, for one. I wasn't able to talk all week last week. It was absolutely terrible. It wasn't like, the big sick, but I was definitely down with like either a light flu or a really bad cold, but no in between. So today's build, there's actually going to be two of them. I worked on a museum and I worked on the park, and I gave both of them renovations. So with the museum, I never realized that little offshoot park was like a part of the build, and I really liked it, so I just kept it there, and then built in this small area, which I never realized was so small because I never come to the museums in the game unless they're not modded, but downloaded off the gallery, because the museums in the game just kind of are really boring. This one's probably also really boring, but to be completely honest, I have never made a museum in The Sims before, so this was a very new experience for me. Do I think it is the best build I've ever made? No. Did I enjoy the experience? Kinda. I found this picture of this like super industrial looking museum online, and it kind of inspired me to build this. I really like how it turned out though. I think it looks really nice. Man, I was building though, and I just could not figure out what to put inside of it. I made it into more of an art museum than anything else. But man, it's also just such a small area, and the shape that I went with is not all that friendly either, so which is completely on me. I should have thought about that more, but like I said, there's two parts to this video, just because, well, part of the reason there's two parts is because I was filming me building the museum, and I forgot to, so I listen to random YouTube videos and listen to music while I build, and I forgot to unpause my stream, so I missed so much of the build. So there's going to be a moment where you're going to see this place unfurnished, and then the next second I'm outside doing landscaping. I completely messed that up. Oh my gosh. I remember I looked over and I was like, oh no. Shoot, I messed up. But I will say, with the finishing of both the museum and the park, the save file that I've been working on, I'm finally going to make available to download into your game. It's not finished. It's nowhere near close to being finished, but I think doing these weekly build videos with everyone is really helping the productivity of it. I'm getting a lot farther than I did before. I'm actually making community lots for once, which I never do. I think what I might do is take some of my builds from earlier on when I first started working on the channel, and putting them also in the save file, and just taking out the custom content and stuff. It'll be a process, but I don't think it'll be too bad. I just go so custom content crazy when I'm playing. I tend to you know, not be able to add them to my game, but I'm trying to be better about it. Unless it's a household that I'm doing like an active playthrough in, then I feel a lot better about using custom content. But yeah, I'm finally going to be publishing it. I'm going to put the link in the description, and I also placed it in the description of the actual like save file video. I placed it in that one as well, and I'll be placing it also in a post tomorrow, or I guess today for everyone. I'll be putting it in a post for today. That way it can be ready to be downloaded and used to your heart's desire. I hope you all enjoy it. I feel like it's not nearly as finished as I'd like it to be, but you know, I feel like I'm never going to be ready for it. I feel like by the time I finish it, Sims 5 will be out. But we'll work on it together. I feel like at this point I just need more ideas, you know? Oh my goodness, I want to also say, I was thinking about this today while I was recording this video, because I recorded 2 videos today, the Perfect Life one and this one. I haven't forgotten to use your Sims. I have not forgotten. I want to be able to use them like alongside my Sims, you know? I don't want them to be just pushed into the background. So I want to find good places for them, just to make sure that they don't get left behind at all, or not seen. So I am setting it up in the background, and they will be added to the game. I just want to make sure that everything's prepared first before, you know, everything's set into motion. I can't even explain, how happy I was to go under the hashtag that I made and seeing people's Sims. It made me really happy. As I guess it's just not something that I ever really thought would happen, so it makes me really happy to have you here and supporting me. And I mean, honestly, I can't believe we went from 100 to 140 so quickly. I'm so in shock, and I'm so happy that I have you all on my side, and I really appreciate it. I feel terrible that I was gone for so long, but I'm trying to be consistent again, and maybe even starting to pre-record a little bit, since I am absolutely terrible at pre-recording. So when I filmed the video yesterday for the Legacy Challenge, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to film back to back. I did not film back to back because I realized here's the jump to it being completely unfurnished to me working outside. There's such a massive jump. I will say, both of these lots in the video are not finished. I went back on both of them and added some more stuff to them, once I was done. Just because I looked into the thumbnails and they just looked so unfinished from the thumbnails, and I didn't really like them, so I went back and I edited them off camera. So they're a little bit more furnished and a little bit more colorful and full. I think I just had a hard time with the museum because I'm pretty used to museums being pretty, plain. So I didn't really know what to add there. But what was I talking about? Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, it's furnished inside, at least a little bit. My Legacy Challenge, I was working on that, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go film another video, but I had realized I needed to edit the video, and then after editing the video, which I won't lie, I'm not great at editing, so, and I don't tend to add a lot of sound effects or anything like that. I should probably start learning how to do that so my videos can be a little bit more interesting, but I feel like I try to keep my videos relatively calm, so I don't want to add too many sound effects. But I needed to edit, but then the thing that takes the longest is like exporting. So I have to export the video, which can take, you know, depending on how my computer's feeling, because sometimes it feels great and sometimes it feels terrible, apparently. She's a little temperamental like me. It'll like export super fast, and then other days it'll take, you know, like an hour to export. After exporting it, then you have to upload it, and upload times vary because sometimes, you know, I can upload a video and it uploads in maybe half an hour, and other times it takes like an hour or two to completely upload, because it goes through uploading the video, and then it goes through standard definition upload, which at that point I can upload it, but I would rather not, because, you know, it's like 480p, I think. And then after doing that, then it does a check, which doesn't take too long, and then you have to wait for the HD upload, and it's just such a long process. And I was like, oh man, like I need to get this video up before it's, you know, like 10 o'clock at night. So I didn't end up being able to film another Legacy Challenge video. I think Thursday videos are Perfect Life videos. Oh, here's a switch over to the park. Sorry, I am like trying to stay on top of actually commenting on what I'm building. But I just kind of gave the park a little bit of a facelift. I didn't touch the bathrooms or anything. I actually really like the bathrooms at this park, so I didn't want to touch them. But I also did not I didn't turn off the camera on this one. I didn't forget to unpause. Maybe I did and I just forgot, but as far as I know, I didn't forget to unpause on this one. But I think I'll have to look back, but I think Thursdays are Perfect Life days. So I'm going to be filming a Perfect Life day, Perfect Life video soon, and then I'll be working on Legacy Challenge on Friday. I hope that upload schedule is okay. I kind of want to keep it relatively regular. Especially now that I'm back and feeling good again. Just Monday, Legacy, Tuesday, Perfect Life, Wednesday, a save file video. It could be cast or build mode or both. Thursday, Perfect Life, and Friday, Legacy Challenge. I hope that upload schedule's okay. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I constantly want to play the Legacy Challenge, all the time, but I don't want to oversaturate it, I don't want to oversaturate those videos. I want to have a little bit of, variety. I want to have a little bit of variety. But man, I just constantly want to play them. They're so much fun, and we're about to transition over into Generation 2, I think, really soon, and it's crazy. I love their family so much. I'm not ready. I will say, I think the next generation is going to be relatively easy for me to do, just because Leo's already almost done with his aspirations, so I don't have a whole lot to do other than have a kid and start raising a kid. But I will say, third generation is a lot of work, so we're going to be crunching, and I feel like third generation you all might not like very much. They're not a very good parent. But when I played it on my own, since this is, so I feel like I've talked, excuse me, I have hiccups. I feel like I've talked about this before, but this is actually a challenge that I had made myself, just playing on my own. like a year and a half, not a year and a half, oh my gosh, it wasn't that long ago, maybe like 8 months ago or so, I had gotten on this kick of like a legacy challenge, and I was like, well, what if I made my own rules on the short life legacy, like on a short life generational build, or family, I guess, and I made a challenge for myself, and I was like, oh, maybe, one day, I'll, share this with people. And so that's what I'm doing now. And I realize now that, like, it's not as unique as I thought it was when I made it. But I'm still, excited to share all of it with you all. I do intend on making a document soon and doing, like, a whole little sheet so you can all join me on the Legacy Challenge in your own games if you'd like. So maybe to, make a little Google document or something and set that up so that you can all play alongside me. I feel like when you play alongside someone, it always takes so long for them to get to the next part that by the time I get to the next part, you're probably already leagues ahead of me. But I think it would be fun to share, even if it's not all that unique. But it's fun, to me at least. I actually only got as far as 8 generations when I played it myself, so I think that, as we continue along, I'll have to kind of make up the rules once we get to generation 9 and 10. I will say, I think, is it generation 7? It might be generation 7. Generation 6, actually, is going to probably be the hardest one. I don't know what I was thinking. I might have to tweak the rules for that one, because that one I don't even think that I finished. Also, like, halfway through that playthrough, some of my Sims just, like, glitched out and stopped aging, so I have some immortal Sims on that save file. I should show them sometime. I love them a lot. Such a beautiful, beautiful family. But I have a couple of Sims in that family that, like, stopped aging. One of them makes sense because she's the 3rd generation. She's the wizard, and she had like an obsession with becoming immortal and not dying or aging. So she's immortal. So it makes sense, that she's still alive. But I don't know why. Her son was not immortal. I remember Pine passing away. And then Pine's son, Darwin, I think that was his name. That generation's really messy. Pine's son, Darwin, you don't know who any of these Sims are, but I'm, like, remembering. He's immortal. And there is nothing magical about them except for their bloodline anymore. So I just have a bunch of immortal Sims that just don't die in that save file for some reason, and I'm relatively worried that it'll happen again. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. Unless they're, like, genuinely immortal, I hope that it doesn't. I don't have that bug again, because I don't want to have to manually kill my Sims, I mean, I would, but not in a generational challenge. That's a bit traumatizing. Oh man, anyway, I think I've talked long enough. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I'm just really excited to be back, and felt like we had a lot to catch up on since I've been gone. But thank you all so much for watching, and I really, really appreciate your support, and I can't wait to continue filming videos for you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!